Hello, everyone, and welcome back to ATI's Lunch Break, the podcast from Actors Theater of Indiana that takes you behind the curtain into the heart of our local performing arts community. I'm your host, Sam Arce, also known as Broadway Sam. Also, today we're getting ready for one of the most joyful highlights of the season. So, we're actually 10 days away from ATI's annual holiday concert, but this year we're doing something a little bit different because we're going to be doing a holiday concert which is going to be featuring the sensational Anthony Nunziata on December 13th, taking place at the beautiful Broadway United Methodist Church here in Indianapolis. I've been talking about it the last 2 weeks, and this year's concert is truly a celebration of collaboration and community. As I told you last week, joining Anthony are some extraordinary artists. We had last week acclaimed soprano Ashley Nicole Soprano and ATI's own founding members Judy Fitzgerald and Cynthia Collins. And we're going to have the inspiring young performers of Kids Dance Outreach who will be beneficiaries of the evening along with ATI. And of course, Indy's most beloved musical ensembles, the Indianapolis Men's Chorus, which I'm going to say the Indy's Men's Chorus. And today we're lucky enough to be joined by the man who leads this remarkable group, the executive director, Stephen McCoy. Welcome, Stephen.
Well, thanks. It's so great to be here, Sam.
I mean, you're a leader, an artist, someone who has helped build a musical community known for excellence, inclusivity, and heart. So welcome to ATI's Lunch Break.
Thank you. Thanks.
I'm going to dive in because we've got
Yeah,
lots
dive
to
in.
talk
Let's
about.
do this.
Let's do this. So, Stephen, for listeners who
Yeah.
may be new to the Indianapolis Men's Chorus, how would you describe the group and its mission?
Sure, yeah. So our mission is to entertain, educate, and promote inclusive community through artistic excellence. So, and the way that we do that is we put on some shows, which is really fun shows. A lot of people think about, they look at the chorus part of our name, and we're definitely a chorus. We're a chorus of about almost 100 singers. So it's a pretty large chorus. And those are all volunteer singers. They all give up their time rehearsing and preparing all of this.
So they have day jobs.
They all have day jobs. Now, the singers are going to range from folks that are professional musicians or educators in the community. A lot of our singers actually teach in the school system, or they're professional musicians throughout the city. But then we have people that, are a doctor during the day, or a real estate agent during the day, or whatever, right? And so then they come and they sing with us, and so all of those folks come together, and we sing, but we do more than what your traditional sort of stand and sing chorus is. We also sing and dance as well. There's comedy. There's usually some sort of storyline. You always get something out of our shows. We hire a whole creative team that does lights and sound and videos and all that stuff too. So it's a big production, sort of a theatrical production, really. At the end of the day,
It's kind of a little. You're getting a little bit of theater, Broadway-ish kind of. You're getting song, dance, and you're getting it, like we say with ATI Broadway in your backyard. You're getting this right here in your backyard.
No, right, exactly, yeah, exactly.
And I mean, the chorus has become such a vibrant force in Indy's art scene. What makes it unique in your eyes?
I think what we do, if you can come see one of our shows, you'll see what we do is not like any other group, just because of the mix of dancing and all the other extra added elements to it. But I also think maybe what's not different exactly, because I think there's heart in all of our performing arts organizations throughout the city.
Sure.
And Carmel and everywhere, right? But when you're sitting in the audience of a show that the IMC is putting on, just, you've got about 100 singers on stage that just are effusively giving you love right from the stage, and you can feel it from the first note all the way through, right? Someone told me, this is a little bit of a funny story, I think. I was working a booth at somewhere, and somebody came up and said, I want to let you know about my experience with the IMC. Anytime, she said, I saw the IMC first because one of my friends, every time there's some major life incident in our friend group, like a divorce happens or, or death of someone important to them or a loved one, this person will invite this person to come see the IMC.
They need to get their IMC on.
Yes, but she won't tell them anything about it. She won't say what they're going to see or anything. And she said, when I came out of that show, I was so depressed going into it. When I came out, I felt so much better.
It's healing.
Yes, it is. Because we do something right up there. And this happens with all performing arts organizations.
I agree with you.
You're building community, and then when you perform for others, you're extending that community out to other folks. It's just amazing.
I'm so glad you say that, because for me, theater, my involvement in Broadway, the West End, being part of ATI, anytime I go to see theater, it's like a 2-hour vacation from life. You sometimes go in with problems, things on your mind, and you come out, your subconscious is kind of dealing with it, but you're just kind of putting that in the background.
Yeah.
It's not that the problems go away.
But
you're giving yourself some respite.
Yeah.
Giving your heart a time to heal and enjoy. And I think you said something before, you're motivating, inspiring, encouraging. I think that's so beautiful. And you're doing with all these men that love what they do.
Yes, it's just, and I am so lucky because I get to be part of all of this, right? Like I watch the whole tech rehearsal, I go to rehearsals, all that stuff. So I get to see it on a weekly basis, all of these guys, and just how that love sort of just grows bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just amazing. It's amazing, and also too, it's December, right?
Yeah.
It's a tough time for all of us, whether or not you're being there's tons of stuff going on, so that for everybody.
I will say that the holidays can be so joyous, but can be challenging for a lot of people. Loss of loved ones, illnesses, things, as many times as there's good things, challenging things happen.
Yeah.
And you never know what's happening in someone's life.
You don't.
And what's nice about what you're doing is you're giving someone an opportunity to see and feel and be part of. And the pandemic changed a lot of things, and people stayed in, and there were good, binging on Netflix and HBO and Paramount and all that, and that's fine, and there's a place for that. But there's nothing better than connecting, which is what we're going to do in December, and on the 13th. So which leads my next question. So we have our December 13th, but what projects or performance is the course currently excited about? I imagine.
So we're definitely excited about the 13th.
13th. Yeah. And you're preparing for that.
Yeah.
How many will be performing that night?
On the 13th, I think we have a group of 5 folks.
Okay.
So it's a small
it's a
section
smaller,
of the men's course, right, for this. And the stage isn't too
exactly.
big.
For all of us,
but
this is going to be an incredible show. We're going bigger, but yet without bringing everybody, because we couldn't do that. I mean,
but what a gift to get!
Oh my gosh, Anthony
Anthony. I mean, is going to be great, right? But then also to just get this little, little thing from ATI and KDO and IMC. And,
Ashley said it best last week.
And Ashley too.
What Ashley said, you're getting a full course meal.
Yeah.
Anthony is the main course, and you're getting a taste of all these side dishes and appetizers. And I mean, it's going to be quite the holiday meal.
Yeah.
Of all the things, and with Indie Men's Chorus, I mean, it sounds like you guys are going to be the dessert.
We'll try. That is such a good analogy too, because just to talk about Anthony a little bit too is, seeing him, I've never seen him at the holidays, but I've seen him a
Oh.
few times, right? So great. And I am so excited to see him at the holidays because he's a great performer. Here's how I think of him is like when you go to see his shows, you can just sit back and relax, right? And just enjoy. He talks about his family.
He's a storyteller.
He
Right.
tells you stories. You really start feeling like I don't think there's any better way to get in the holiday spirit than to see him perform, right?
Absolutely.
So, but he's Italian, so it is good to think about food.
You're talking
right?
to another Italian. Look, Anthony, he and his brother Will,
Yeah.
they're twins.
Yeah.
Come from a beautiful family.
Yeah.
In fact, I said this last week. They just had their birthday, and I nudged them both. I said, "Did you call your mother? I mean, without her." But they're both Italian. And like me, I'm half Italian, so they're paisans, as we would say. We're all from New York. And, the thing is that he's a storyteller.
Yeah.
And the way he intermingles with these beautiful songs.
Yeah.
And
It makes you think about your own memories of
Absolutely.
Christmas. And you sort of connect with him that way, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just really is great for
he
your heart.
resonates. It comes from the heart.
Yeah.
And I think when we have Indie Men's Chorus, I mean, look, we're going to have Indie Men's Chorus, the Kids Dance Outreach, which we're going to see these kids dancing.
And they're fabulous, like a great. Yeah.
They're going to be
much fun,
fabulous.
yeah.
We're going to have Judy Fitzgerald and Cynthia Collins from ATI. They're founding members. They're founders. They're going to be singing with them. And then, of course, Ashley Nicole Soprano. I beckon to say that I call her, I say, Ashley, you're like, to me, when I first saw Phantom of the Opera, and I'm really aging myself, when I met Andrew Lloyd Webber and I told him, because my first show I ever saw was in 1972, Jesus Christ Superstar. That's how old I am, with Ben Vereen, who I know, right? Yes.
Yeah.
And when I met Andrew Lloyd Webber years ago, and I told him that was my first show, he said, "You're just aging yourself." But going back to when I saw Phantom of the Opera on Broadway, the original cast with Sarah Brightman and Michael Crawford, I said to Ashley, I said, "You remind me of that time and that young ingenue and that singing." So I see them coming together and those beautiful voices in this whole night. So you are all in for such a beautiful evening.
Yeah, for sure.
Moving along, let's talk about this. So as we continue this holiday, this collaboration, what can audiences expect from that performance that night? Anything you want to tell us about what they're...
From the IMC? Just it's a fun tune. It's Secret Santa. I think I'm getting this right.
Okay.
But
I know you're the executive director.
I know.
Yes.
I'm not the artistic director, so I don't always have all these in my head. But I can always put something in the comments or something of this Facebook post, which I think is a Michael Bublé piece. So it's a really fun sort of piece. So it'll be great.
Well, I know they're going to be singing Ashley and Anthony are going to be singing the prayer.
Oh my gosh!
And last night,
that's great.
I was at the Palladium or the Allied Solutions, and it was with David Foster and Catherine McPhee, and they had a featured singer. And David Foster wrote that song.
Oh,
so
wow!
I'm so
That's
and I heard Anthony say, "I am so excited." That just takes my breath away.
Yeah.
So to hear it at this church, I mean, Broadway United Methodist Church is a special place.
It really is.
So you've sang. Does your group have they performed there before?
I think we have over the years. It's been a while. And then I used to work for the children's choir. So I was there for about a decade. And we used to do a show there, a Halloween concert, which was great. Because it's sort of the Gothic sort of like interior, right? So it was great for that. But it's also like wonderful at the holidays. So just this beautiful church right there at Fall Creek and College in Indianapolis. And then they also have... just a beautiful space. Oh, beautiful acoustics too, for sure.
Well, that's certainly going to inspire the performance experience.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And this venue and an event is enough. I think Ashley was telling me it's about enough for about 700 tickets.
Right.
And so, like I said, the event includes Ashley, Nicole, Kids Dance Outreach, our ATI artists, Judy Fitzgerald, Cynthia Collins. What does the multi-group collaboration like this mean to you?
It means a lot of things that I didn't even think I would, that I just didn't even imagine. I mean, number one, what a crazy thing, right? I mean, if you think about it, it's a little crazy. We're putting together, these 3 different organizations that are different. They're all performing arts, all do amazing work. But what a genius thing to do too, right? All these different,
And I'm going to say something. I'm going to stop you for a second. The genius in that. Shout out to Michael Schaefer.
Yeah.
Shout out to Michael Schaefer and Anthony for their love for the give back, because these 3 organizations, IMC, Indianapolis Men's Chorus, the Dance Outreach, and ATI will all benefit.
Right.
Because we're all non-for-profits.
Yeah.
And we rely on the patrons. Without the support, we don't exist. But go on.
No, yeah, exactly. So it's very important to all 3 of our organizations, just to make sure that we're funding our missions, right?
Yes.
And making sure those continue on, because I think all 3 of us, like, ticket sales just don't. They definitely give us some, but they don't get us all the way, and so we do rely on donations from individuals, and companies and foundations and all that stuff too. So it's really important. So that is great and awesome, and what a great thing to do around the holidays. It's like, folks can come and just by coming, you're giving, right?
Absolutely.
To these organizations. So that's great too. But then the other thing that has just been awesome for me too is just being able to meet people like you. Like, I don't know if we would have met.
No,
right?
And now I'm like, wow, IMC. Now I'm going to see them. And
Yeah.
I'm like, now I'm inspired. I want to see more.
Yeah.
You see, that's the cross, thing where our patrons see your stuff. Your patrons see our stuff. And that's the great thing about the arts. There's so much there. And being supportive.
Yeah.
One of the things we're looking at is, when you think about it, like Kids Dance Outreach will both perform, and they're going to be benefited. There's young kids that are benefiting that may not have the financial resources,
right,
this is going to benefit.
Yeah.
We're Broadway in your backyard. Our ticket sales are great. We are our last performances of our last 3 shows been selling out, but it's about 1/3 of the budget that we need to give the value that we want, the Broadway quality performances. And I'm sure the same for you.
Yeah.
But without the support, and for us, we always did a holiday show, but we felt this year, and maybe this is going to be an ongoing thing, by going together, and that's what team means, together each accomplish more.
Yeah.
We can come together and as a group. So Michael Schaefer, and Anthony, because he has a heart for give back.
Yeah.
He's touring now.
Right.
But this is
a busy time for
This
him.
is a busy time for him,
busy.
and he wanted to give back. And he has a heart for Indiana.
Yeah.
So
you can really tell that he loves Indiana.
He
keeps coming
loves
back
us.
and
So I
enjoys
really
it
think
and
that's
stuff,
it.
yeah.
So musically and emotionally, what do the holiday concerts like this represent for the community in your eyes?
I just think we all need something during the holidays like this, right? So last night, let me just tell you a little story. So I went to the Indianapolis Symphonic Band holiday concert last night, right? Mm-hmm. And there's so many organizations doing holiday stuff right now. Like, just go out there and look and find something, because I went into that, and I'll be completely honest, like, I was a little bit of a Grinch going there, right? Like, I was like, I don't know if I'm ready to hear a band play Adeste Fidelis right now, right? But it's the minute I sat down, it's like a switch flipped on.
Yep.
And I will tell you, on my drive back home, I had Christmas songs on the radio. Like I'm in the spirit now. The symphonic bands flipped the switch for me. So I think it's important, right?
Totally
Go out
understand.
and see something.
I agree with you.
And I'll tell you what, this is a great thing to see on the 13th because you get everything. There's no question. I'll guarantee you.
It's soup to nuts.
I'll give you $10. You can come up to me at the show if you come to it. You don't leave that show feeling better about yourself and about the community and all of that stuff too. So
And you know, like last night, a friend of mine invited me to the concert for David Foster and Catherine McPhee. I had a wonderful time. I went to the Chris Kindle Mart for a little bit. I went there Saturday, and it's wonderful, and all the things we have going on in Carmel. And it was a precursor, and it really got me in the mood. There's things going on in life for friends, for me, who's having challenges, illnesses, and things. But, you think about what's most important. We just came off of Thanksgiving, and, the state of the world has been a little bit challenging for people.
Yeah.
I think this is, this year, it has meant even more to me.
Yeah.
I think that it's so important, and coming together like this. So December 13th is going to be very, very special.
Yeah, and I agree with that. It's like I feel as if because I think we can all agree that there's craziness happening right around us all the time with stuff. It's sort of in the world, and it's like you need something to hang on to, and this is something that you can come together with other people that and have a community experience and have something real, right? If you go and see this show for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, before I tell people how to get tickets to this, how can listeners go and follow and support Indie Men's Chorus? Tell us where can they see you and give out your websites and information.
Yeah. So our website is indianapolismenschorus.org. So you can go there and you can find all our social media channels. We're on Facebook and we're on Instagram and YouTube. You can look on YouTube as well. Just type that in the search, you'll find it. And you can look at videos of past concerts if you're like, okay, well, let me see if I like this. So you can go to those places. We do have a holiday show. We call it the Holiday Show. That is December 19th, 20th, and 21st. We have 4 performances, a couple matinees and some evening performances of the Holiday Show. So I invite you to come to that.
And where will that be at?
At Warren Performing Arts Center.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a great venue.
Yeah.
So you'll have a wonderful opportunity with our show, which is going to be Anthony Nunziata, a holiday concert, benefiting, and as I said, featuring dancers from Kids Dance Outreach, special performances by Indie Men's Chorus, and Actors Theater of Indiana. It's going to be Saturday, December 13th, 7 o'clock in the evening, and it will be at Broadway United Methodist Church. Hopefully, Scott has this up. You can scan our code. Scott, are you putting this up?
It's not ready yet.
Okay, I'll keep talking. You can get tickets. There is a VIP package when you go on. It's I believe it will be available. So just want you to know that if you go to when this is on, we'll have that in there, a link for it. But once again, whether you're on our ATI site or any of our sites, we'll give you a link for this. And we've been posting this. Meg Osborne of Megan Associates has been promoting this, and this has been out there. So we want to make sure that you can come to this. We really want you to have an opportunity to come see this. It's been an incredible, incredible journey, and we're excited about it. Stephen, thank you so much for joining us today and for everything you and Indie Men's Chorus bring to our city, because, I can't wait, and we can't wait to see you and the chorus on stage with Anthony Nunziata, with Ashley Nicole, the Kids Dance Outreach, ATI's Judy Fitzgerald, Cynthia Collins. As I said, December 13th at Broadway United Methodist Church. Now, before we wrap up today's episode, I want to let our listeners know what's coming next for Actors Theater of Indiana. And because once the holiday lights start to dim, ATI is turning up the comedy with our next production, Lucky Stiff. If you don't mind
sure.
holding that up for us. And let me tell you a little bit about this. Lucky Stiff is going to be January 30th through February 15th. Yes, I will be stepping into the role of Tony, the Lucky Stiff himself.
Oh, nice.
Now, let me tell you a little bit about this. In my past, I played a lot of roles in my time, but let me tell you, Tony might just be the quietest, most cooperative, most heavily transported character I've ever portrayed. He doesn't say much, but he gets carried away a lot. There's mystery, romance, chaos, dogs, diamonds, and that's just Act 1. So if you ever wanted to see me wheeled, dragged, escorted, or otherwise the stage in the most ridiculous ways, well, this is your moment. It's going to be an absolute blast, and we'd love to have you there. Tickets are available now, so you can come join us for some wintertime musical mayhem. It's very easy to get tickets. Go to atistage.org or call 317-843-3800, and I'd love to see you there. In fact, on any of the nights of the performance, you can take a picture with me, the Stiff, Lucky Stiff. Broadway Sam is coming out of retirement. So, I'm not just, on the board with ATI, producing on Broadway in the West End. I'm actually going to be in a show. They coaxed me out. So I want to thank you all. Thank you, Stephen, for tuning in to this episode of ATI's Lunch Break. As I said, I'm Sam Arce, Broadway Sam, and we hope to see you December 13th for a night of music, joy, community, and again, the new year with Lucky Stiff. And until next time, stay inspired, stay connected, and keep supporting live theater. Remember, with ATI, we're Broadway in your backyard, and we'll see you soon. God bless you and your family. Enjoy everything we have. There's Chris Kindlemart. There's so much to do. There's so much out there, and we want you to be part of the community. This is the time of giving, and the way you can give back is coming on December 13th. God bless you. Have a great day and a great weekend. See you next week.